Wait, stop everything and look at the screen because what I'm about to show you is the secret tape Ravens fans are trying to bury. Baltimore just named Jesse Minter their new head coach, and their fans are acting like they've already won the AFC North. But I have the receipts from the last time Joe Burrow faced Minter's elite defense, and it is a total bloodbath. Before we expose the truth that's making Baltimore fans absolutely lose their minds, do me a massive favor. Smash that like button, share this video with every Bengals fan who needs a laugh, and subscribe right now so you never miss a single update in this war for the North. Now let's get into it. I've seen the Ravens faithful all over social media chirping about the score. They keep screaming, "Show the scoreboard from 2024. Minter beat Burrow." Yeah, the final score was 34-27, but if you actually have eyes and watch that game, you know the score is a total lie. Jesse Minter didn't stop Joe Burrow. In fact, Joe Burrow treated Minter's #1 scoring defense like a high school junior varsity squad. Think about this for a second. Have you ever seen a team celebrate a coach who gave up over 350 yards to their biggest rival? Because that's exactly what happened. The only reason the Bengals didn't walk out of that stadium with a win was a total special teams meltdown. We're talking about 2 missed field goals in the final 4 minutes of a tie game. That's it. That is the only reason Minter has a win on his resume against number 9. Our defense was holding their own, but those misses were a total gut punch. So when a Ravens fan tries to flex that scoreboard, remind them that Joe Burrow didn't lose that game. He nearly broke the Chargers' spirit. In fact, let's look at the actual damage Joe did to Minter's system. 356 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 fear. He took a unit that hadn't allowed more than 20 points in 9 straight games and hung 27 on them before the kickers even got involved. T. Higgins was a literal cheat code with 148 yards and a score. Ja'Marr Chase. He did what he always does to top-tier defenses, 75 yards and 2 massive touchdowns. Chase Brown was also explosive, carving out 86 yards on the ground. I'll admit, I was trolling a little bit when the news first broke about Minter heading to Baltimore. And man, did it work. Ravens fans got so triggered it was almost too easy. But here is the question of the day, and I want you to flood the comments with your answers. Do you think Jesse Minter has actually learned how to stop Joe Burrow, or is he about to get a very rude awakening when the AFC North season kicks off? I'm reading every single comment, so let's hear it. We saw the film. Even when the protection broke down, Joe was out there breaking tackles, rolling out, and finding his targets for huge gains. Minter's scheme is supposed to be impenetrable, but Burrow was surgical. He was making off-schedule plays that no defensive coordinator on earth can game plan for. And speaking of game planning, what about the Joey Bosa rumors? Everyone wants us to sign him, but did you see the tape of him against Cody Ford in 2024? Ford had him on the ground. If we're going to spend big money, it shouldn't be on a name. It should be on a game changer. Think about the atmosphere next season. The energy, the tension, the pure hatred between these two franchises. Every single snap is going to feel like a playoff game. And with the way Joe Burrow has historically dissected complicated defenses, I don't see how Minter's brand new Ravens look is going to fare any better than his Chargers look did. In fact, it might be worse. The familiarity Joe has with the Ravens personnel, combined with his experience against Minter's scheme, is a recipe for disaster in Maryland. And let's talk about the big draft prize. If the Bengals actually land Caleb Downs at number 10, I am going to act absolutely stupid. I've been hosting the draft live for 5 years, and I'm making a promise right now. If we get Caleb Downs, I am shaving my head on the live stream. 100% lock. Adding a generational talent like Downs to our secondary would make Minter's life a living nightmare. Baltimore can hire whoever they want, but they still have to find a way to stop our weapons, and right now, they don't have an answer. At the end of the day, Ravens fans are falling for the hype. They think a new name on the headset changes the fact that Joe Burrow is the king of this division when he's healthy. We've seen the Minter special before, and it ended with Joe slinging it for 350-plus yards. So let them talk. Let them flex. Because when the lights go up and the real season starts, they're going to realize that no matter who is calling the plays, they still have to deal with the most dangerous quarterback in football. The North isn't up for grabs. It belongs to Cincinnati. We are entering a new chapter of this rivalry, but the main character hasn't changed. It's Joe Shiesty, it's the Bengals, and it's a relentless pursuit of that ring. Don't let the media spin you a fairy tale about Baltimore's perfect hire. The tape doesn't lie, the stats don't lie, and Joe Burrow certainly doesn't lie when he steps onto that field. Stay tuned, because this season is going to be legendary, and we're going to be here for every single yard of it. The AFC North has always been about toughness and resilience, but it's also about IQ. Joe Burrow has proven time and again that his football IQ is off the charts. Jesse Minter is walking into a hornet's nest. He's inheriting a team that just missed the playoffs and a fan base that demands excellence immediately. The pressure is all on him. Joe just has to go out there and be the best version of himself, which we already know is enough to break Minter's defense into pieces. This isn't just about one game in 2024.
It's about a pattern. It's about the fact that the Bengals are retooling, reloading, and coming for everything the Ravens think they own. Whether it's the draft, the free agent market, or the actual games on the field, the momentum is swinging back to the Queen City. Get ready, Bengals fans. The future is bright. The rivalry is hotter than ever. And Joe Burrow is just getting started. Today, and let's get that division title back.